Hey, I'm Mike. Got a 19 Turbo S, and I'm going to show you some things about my Deviant intercooler split tank that I installed that I like and don't like. But overall, it's a good thing. So let me get started. All right, so here it is installed. I'm not going to bore you with the removal of the old tank. Cramming this thing here and in here with lots of swearing. It's kind of tough to get in there, but once you get it figured out, I had to drop that corner down in there first and then kind of like wiggle it and got it down in there. Had to relocate the auxiliary bus bar wire, so I moved it up over the tank, drilled a hole there to zip tie, notched and put a zip tie right there to keep it from rubbing, and then loosens the stud back there and pivot it back so it's up in that way. Had to release the main battery cable, and down there's that wire bundle right there. The other way light. Oh, not that way light. That one down there. It's secured to the frame up here with two little zip tie clips. I had to cut it free so I had enough room to maneuver the cable bundle, get the tank in, and get it secured. So overall, like the tank. Make sure when you install it, put these little clips so they're pointing down instead of up, so when you open the radiator cap, you don't rip open your knuckle like I almost did. Reused this hose off the old tank. This is a new hose they provide with you. This is the old radiator from the motors, vent tube from the radiator itself to the tank. This is the intercooler one. They provided a line for me. It was too short, so I had to go buy one. No big deal. So this one comes from the turbo intercooler radiator to this tank. So this is the intercooler tank. That's the radiator tank. Like the tanks, beautiful, amazing welds. Powder coating's good. So there's the lines down here. This was a mess. You're gonna make a mess no matter what. So those lines, you have to reroute your intercooler line from the other side of the frame to this side. So I ended up getting it up there, hooked up the intercooler, sorry about the light, intercooler line, and it was kinking the intercooler, that's the intercooler line right there. It was kinking that. You can see it's kind of kinked, but that's due to it being a molded piece of radiator hose. And so I ended up trimming, let me find the trims. I should have just kept them. But I ended up trimming, there's another piece around here, 1.5 inches probably off of it. And it brought it being from tucked behind the reservoir, because it was trapped between the reservoir and the frame. So trimmed about 1.5 inches off. I did a good inch first and then test fitted it, and then I went slowly piece by piece cutting it. They made 3 cuts and brought it from behind the reservoir to up there. I'm gonna put a little protectant there so it doesn't rub. But overall, good build quality, love it. Tight fit, once it's in there, it's pretty good. That mounting bolt right there, not fun. Took me a while, lots of swearing. It's good to go. Overall, pretty good, but you can see, you can get it, oop, got away light, how tight of a fit it is between the tanks and the frame and that blender. That's why I had to cut it loose. So, one negative that I don't like about it, I'm running limit straps, PRP, or Sandcraft. Yeah, PRP. And so, once you get it all installed, and this is another negative, can you see it? Just barely. Hardware won't fit. So, you can see the shock mount hardware is right there. The tank is in the way, so you cannot get your shock upper bolt hardware out with a tank in the way, or tank mounted there, and there's no room to put limit straps on. That is the only negative I have of this tank. Not their fault. They build it to fit without limit straps. So I'm going to do some finagling and get it in. But yeah, so good build, like it. Sorry about the video and the shaky. I'm not too good at this recording stuff, but good quality, like it. My buddy's going with a different one, so I'm gonna see how his fits, but I like this one. I'm not gonna replace it. I got what I got. I'm gonna make it work. Good job, Deviant.